It is what it is. Hi.
It's
Right. All right.
All
Welcome
right.
back.
Yes.
Hello.
Woo.
Welcome
Listen,
back.
when I mentioned this last week, I was excited. This week, I'm like, what was I thinking? Oh, what was I thinking? All right, Laura. This has
All
been a
right.
week. Go right
It
ahead.
has been a week. You poor lady. Um, Thank you very much for being with us this evening on Meaty Mondays. We really appreciate all of your questions, comments. Even if you're just silent and you sit in the background and watch this, we appreciate this because these are little nuggets that are going to get caught in there. And someday when you have aches and pains or something that comes up, this is a good thing that you can go back and go, hey, I remember these ladies talking about carnivore or ketovore, anything that's better than standard American diet. And you can do that. So I'm glad that you guys are here. So I always say carnivore does not have to be boring. With that being said, I prefer meat with just Redmond's real salt, fat, water. I've been on this journey now for over 4 years. I enjoy making ribeye fat bites the most, and I make them almost every single day. I am your co host, Laura, at Healthy Carnivore. Robin, what do you have?
So, welcome back, everybody. Super excited about tonight's show. It's going to be a lot of fun. I am Robin Heron, your carnivorous grandma here. And so, tonight, I am going to be doing chuck steak bites and in combination with fat bites. So, well, now I'm going to be cooking them in the air fryer. So, you guys are going to get a chance to say that. One thing that I want to make sure that I mention is my month on lion diet. I think Laura might want to come back and talk about that, but she's been doing this for a long time, a lot longer than me. So I did do lion diet for the first, I guess, 3-ish weeks of February. The first week to week and a half, I felt absolutely amazing. I felt incredible. Back to the whole carnivore zen that I had at the very beginning when I started carnivore. The last couple of weeks, I have felt terrible. Just not good physically. Even to the point where I was found myself kind of staggering around and like, this is not right. Something's not right about this. I tried increasing my fat. I tried, different cuts of meat. But just eating beef only did not work for me. So I did stop lion diet yesterday. I put up a short about it because I just was like, why do I not, why do I force myself to do something that doesn't make me feel good? So I decided that I would stop, and I did stop. So tonight, along with my steak bites, I have just a little titch of shrimp, which I will be eating with my steak bites. Okay, how about you, Rebecca?
All right. Well, I am Rebecca with the Carnivore family, and I will be the only one that's not cooking live tonight because there is no way we could be in a kitchen area in my house and not have like 27 photo bombs from children. So,
Yeah, we knew
yeah,
that.
it's a chaos levels. Plus, you would hear we have baby lambs in our living room right now, and they are very loud.
Oh,
So you would hear lambs going off in the background the whole time if I was out there. So that is just the chaos of our life at all times. We've got baby lambs in the living room. We have baby goats in the basement right now because they're born premature and it's too cold to have them out in the barn. So they have a space heater and it's just crazy. So that's how we do it here. um, and I also, talking about the lion diet, did not fully go through the month. I probably did it super solid for the first 2.5 weeks or so. And then it wasn't that I didn't feel good, but with the busyness of our life, I have certain habits built in that help keep carnivore very uh, doable for me. And it's things like I eat sardines when I'm out working. They're super convenient. I love them. And I'd find myself not prepared to have something else. And I just needed to do what works for me for the most part.
yep.
I enjoy being on ruminant meats only. I think I do my best overall, but the difference is not dramatic enough for me. And right now been craving a lot of fish. And so I've been kind of leaning into that a little bit the last few days.
Mhm.
So it is what it is. It's always fun I always tell people, you got to play around for what works for you. And it's not the same for everybody. What my husband has to do is very different than what I have to do. And my kids are kind of learning the same thing. So it's a journey. Sometimes when we don't feel great, I was like, maybe we need more fat. And then you try it for a while and you're like, maybe we need less fat. Maybe we need more of this. Maybe we need less of this. And you just play around to figure out where your sweet spot is. So that is where we're at on this. All right, G.
I know. Because listen, you said if you were in the kitchen, girl, and I heard the lamb and I'm cooking lamb chops, you just
Her mouth would be watering.
Like, oh my God. Okay, so
Right.
Hey, Brenda, she asked a question. Brenda, we come live every Monday at 7 p.m. The whole panel, we have another lady, feline that's with us. You'll see her video in just a moment because she went back to work. But we're talking about this lifestyle. We live in different parts of the country, and all of us have an only meat diet. And this particular month, we did what is known in the carnivore community. So someone coined it as the lion diet. And with that, it is eating ruminant meat, lamb, goat, deer, venison, bison, beef, cow, which is the same thing, I know.
Family.
And we did that challenge together. And so today, even though tomorrow is the 29th, I had actually started January 30th. So I have done my days, and but I still ate. What did I eat today? Oh, I had some beef liver, and I'm waiting to cook now the lamb, because a lot of times people ask about, well, what is it that you eat? So we're going to show you some quick varieties of what we do. And all I can say is I'm sharing this with people. So no veggies, baby.
No
fruit, no
veggies.
vegetables,
No.
no potato chips,
No.
no sodas, no pasta, no bread. A meat only diet. And I have never in my life felt this good. When I say to you, to the point where I am sitting on a panel with a group of ladies, because it's remarkable. And all ailments that you are probably feeling, the bloatedness, the boo-boos, it comes from food. And so
High blood pressure,
high blood pressure,
diabetes,
IBS,
Kidney disease.
yep,
any
fibromyalgia,
Eczema.
eczema. It's like, if I would have known about this, hey Tab, if I would have known about this diet, I believe, Brenda, that Danielle would possibly still be here. And I know without a shadow of a doubt, my mother would be here, because autoimmune illnesses, all of that is just wiped away by changing. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
Oh,
I'm
boy.
telling you, it is the
This
food.
can fix this.
It can. There you go. And then here's another thing. Hey, everybody that's popping in.
You should try it. You should try it, Brenda.
You should.
For sure.
Another thing
Yes.
is, and I don't count calories. I eat as much as I want. So hang in here, ladies, because in a few moments we are going to cook. I'm cooking actually what I'm getting ready to eat. So I didn't kind of held off. I did eat some like I said, some beef liver earlier, and I drank something. Oh, tallow. I made a little bomb of the. I'll tell y'all when I get to the kitchen. So I did not like the lion version of the diet, all because I do like variety, and the other. In the beginning, it seemed like my body ached, but when we came on and we talked about it, it was like, yep, getting more impurities out of me. So I do believe that aspect of it. No, I have not tried that. I
haven't tried it yet, but I'm planning to.
You do? Well,
What is it?
I do.
What is it made?
It's
What is it?
it's yogurt. It's like homemade yogurt that you make, and I
Okay.
don't know all of the details about it, but I was on Anita's live stream last night for her 100,000 followers, and amazing.
Oh yeah, she
And
made it.
yes, she
Well,
made
here's
it
the
to
thing.
100,000. Yeah.
I
That's
don't like
awesome.
yogurt.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
I
would try
wasn't a
it.
big yogurt either. The only time that I would do yogurt if it was mixed with like the Greek sauce for the gyro or something like that. But I'm not a big yogurt fan.
Well, I probably
And
wouldn't
then
eat it just plain though. I would eat it like I have a recipe that calls for a Greek yogurt. I would rather
Oh,
use the
yeah.
yogurt that I made rather than
Yeah.
buy yogurt
Right.
from the store.
Mhm.
Even
I
the
used to make
kombucha
yogurt a
sauce that
lot,
you're
and I
talking
like it,
about,
but
yeah.
like that. That's a good one. Yeah,
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
okay, so now I'm going to find that, and when you do, you let us slide it to me, and then let me know how it turned out.
I will.
So, because of this diet, what I decided to do is I'm still going to stick heavily ruminant, but I still want my seafood. Yeah.
Mhm.
Brenda,
I know.
I do eat
Brenda?
fast food. I eat beef patties.
No, ma'am. No,
from
because she
McDonald's.
she knew I was vegan. No, ma'am. I'm eating
Oh,
like real meat.
Real meat.
And,
not
and if I
fast food,
go to a
McDonald's.
fast food restaurant like Wendy's or Hardee's, I just get the burger patties.
Mhm.
This whole thing, and you'll see when we switch over, Brenda, hang in there. You'll see the fat
Mhm.
intake that I take in. Brenda, I woke up 142 pounds. I'm 142 pounds, and you didn't
Good.
see me roll all the way down the highway over 200 some pounds. I've been knowing you from way get back. Okay, so yeah, I'll never be big again. That right there
Never be
won't
big
happen.
again. Hashtag
The-
never be big.
Hashtag
yeah.
never be big again. That's why you turn around and see this. And
The other thing too
Renee's
with
here.
that is even when people are vegan, so like I had done a stint of vegan, when I was doing keto, my blood sugars were still high. If your blood sugars are high from what you are eating, it is not the right food for you. It is doing
Mhm.
damage, it's causing inflammation, and everything from blood vessels to organs to eye tissue, all of
Mhm.
that is paying the price. So I always say if what you're eating is not helping you get to where you are at your best, it's not the right thing. And that includes lion. Some people, I was watching Dr. Berg and he was talking
yeah,
about the
share
gut
that.
biome and how some of us, and I think Bella did too. I watched her video and she must have kind of went off that too. Talked about
Mhm.
how some people have the right gut microbiome that do better with that, of doing just the ruminant meats and salt and water. And then there's others that have a better variety of that
Mhm.
microbiome. And so they can do the chicken and the fish and the other things that aren't ruminant, and
Mhm.
it doesn't seem to affect them. I'm one of those that every time I try to eat more than one piece of bacon, I can get one, but if I do two, the next day I
Mhm.
can't crochet, I can't start an IV.
Yeah.
So I'm just one of those that can't.
We just look at it like my husband and I talk about it, and people know that my husband was very, very sick, and that's what started us down this path. And we just look at it like he has a lot more healing to do, and what that end result looks like for him, we won't know till we get there. We're here, that kind of the 3-year mark is when you're really starting to see like the near 100% benefits. We're almost to 2 years now. But yeah, he has to be really, really careful like Laura, because even if he gets something like a little pepper sprinkled on it, or he has chicken, he doesn't do as well. He has symptoms that come back, but I think he still has a lot more healing to do. I'm a lot more tolerant of those just different things, and I have a lot more variety to eat, but my healing is just a lot more mild. I don't have any huge illnesses that I'm recovering from. I was just kind of overweight and kind of groggy and just kind of getting old. And now I'm just more what I feel like I should be at my age, a lot more, vibrant. And so everybody's going to be different. The more you have to heal, the more careful you're going to want to be. And that's pretty much the way to look at it.
Yeah, I'll add, I would like to add, Brenda, like Frederick and I, we heavily meat-based diet. If you venture off, once you've I call like the purified, you've gone through, then when you add something back, you'll see how it affects your body.
Yes.
So trust and believe, hang in there. We're going to do things a little different. I am getting ready to show Rhonda's video in regards to our kitchen adventures of what we're talking about tonight. So let me present to you guys. Hold on. We're going to watch her. And there we are. I'll enlarge that and let's take a listen.
Good evening. It's Monday, February 26th, and I'm Rhonda at Carnivore Leo, bringing you news you can use from the community. First, I'd like to thank my hubby, Mel, for his contribution to tonight's segment. I'm going to cover some tips that will help you make meal preparation for carnivores in your life more efficient and enjoyable. So if you have just transitioned to a carnivore or animal-based lifestyle, you may have noticed that your meal preparations have already become much easier, quicker, and in some cases, even simplified. What's great about your new lifestyle change is that you can eat a variety of whole, nutrient-dense foods without sacrificing time, taste, or pleasure. One tip to become more efficient in meal planning is to separate meat into meal-sized portions before freezing them. Mm-hmm. For example, 1 to 2 pork chops, steaks, or chicken leg quarters per 1 quart freezer bag. With ground beef, you can form into burger patties or meatballs, or if you plan on making a larger meal, such as a meatloaf, you can portion ground meat into 1-pound freezer bags. The benefits to freezing meat in smaller portions is that compact servings freeze far quicker than bigger packages, helping to maintain the quality, texture, and flavor of the meat by minimizing ice crystals. It will also make better use of your freezer space and make it easier and quicker to make individual meals. Since I like to spend minimal time in the kitchen, my meal prep for work consists of cutting up beef fat trimmings and ribeye steak into bite-sized pieces and freezing them. So before I leave for work, I just take them out of the freezer and cook them in the air fryer for about 10 minutes or until they are nice and crisp. Once I get off the Lion Diet Challenge, I plan to make bacon Gruyere egg bites, which are perfect for taking to work and makes eating carnivore more enjoyable. I will link Anita at Ketogenic Woman's recipe in the description box. Did I mention enjoyable? One fun way to make freezer meal prep not boring is to change up your process. Put on your apron, turn on some music, and try out some new dance moves as you prep your food. Batch cooking and freezer meal prepping for the entire week doesn't have to be a serious affair. If dancing isn't your thing, put on your favorite podcast or listen to a great audiobook. Another way to make meal prep more enjoyable is to cook together. Enlist the help of your family. Whenever my hubby and I cook together, it's a good time to connect and talk. If you have children, get them involved. They often love to help in the kitchen, and they will learn valuable skills and may be more likely to try new foods and eat the food you prepare together. My last tip is to adjust your mindset. You can try to make it as fun as you want, but if you view meal prep as a chore, that's all it will ever amount to. The real change is when you shift your mindset and view the time you spend meal prepping as a gift to yourself and your family. It's the gift of good food, the gift of healthy food, the gift of feeling prepared for the week ahead. Well, this has been Carnivore News you can use from the community. Thank you for watching and happy prepping and cooking. Have a great day.
She always hits it right on point.
Yeah.
She always does. Hey, okay, so y'all ready?
Let's do this.
All right, we're ready to cook. So I am I'm getting ready to remove myself, and I'm gonna remove myself and let Frederick do what he do. So wait a minute. Hold on.
He's going to remove the rest of us, or the
Yeah,
three
he
of us.
will. He
Okay.
will.
All right. I guess he did.
Yes, he did. I see PJ Equine Lady asking if I'm feeling better. I am feeling better. I ate some
You
pork
look better.
yesterday. I ate some pork today, and I feel a lot better. I don't think I'm 100% yet though, but I'm getting there. So yeah, I don't think that my gut microbiome must not be ready for a full-on lion diet.
That's okay. That's all right.
Yeah.
All right.
All right,
I'm going to head
here
out
we go.
there.
Very nice. We got G in the kitchen.
Here they come.
Put my pot on, baby. For some reason, I think I connected in there.
There's the air fryer. All
Very
right,
good. So-
I can talk first if you guys want, because I'm
yeah,
gonna go
let's
back
do
to
it.
my
If you're
my
ready.
sheet.
Yep. Go
So
ahead, Robin.
hopefully you guys are seeing this. This
Mhm.
is chuck steak, and I just cut it into bite-sized pieces. And then I also have some ribeye fat trimmings. And what have I put on this? So what I'm seasoning this with is some Redmond real salt, a little bit of the Redmond seasoning salt, and that's it. So I'm gonna pop this in here. And I'm gonna put this on 400, and then I'm just gonna push start.
There we go.
It'll
So,
give me about 15 minutes.
So Robin, tell me, how much do you cook in the air fryer versus on the stove? Because people always ask, like, how useful is the air fryer? How much do you actually use it?
I use my air fryer almost every day. So in particular, I like to cook the fat bites in there. So if I'm trying to add fat, I will, I have a bag of frozen bites, fat bites. They're ribeye fat bites that I got from my local butcher.
Mhm.
And I can just take those frozen fat bites and put it in the air fryer. In 15 minutes, I have fat bites that are ready to eat. So I use it almost every day to add that fat.
Awesome.
I cook all kinds of things in my in my air fryer, everything.
Yeah, I always tell people it's so convenient. It's like
It is.
our air fryer probably goes for 4 or 5 hours every day between all of the kids cooking things in there. But it's so nice because you can set it and forget it, for one, and my kids can learn to use it at a very young age. So it is great for people who are not wanting to just sit by the stove, or it's just, if you're busy, it's great. You just throw stuff in and just come back when you feel like it. Laura, are you ready?
Yep. I already kind of started it because I'm doing ribeye fat. I'm doing them in my, so I do them on a medium high. Don't they sound wonderful?
Yeah.
So I what they're cooking in my cast iron because I save all of my tallow for my tallow products that I make. So I don't do that till they're done. I put them in a bowl, and then like the Redmond salt. This is what smoked, and it's the cherry, and then they have the hickory flavor. And I know there's another one, but I don't have it. I usually put that on there. And these things, if I could tell you, every single day for the last probably 2 months, I have had ribeye fat bites every single day. Just like a handful of them, like in the morning before I head off to work, or if it's making like steak bites or hamburger or whatever it is, deer, and then that's kind of a side dish that I do with it. It's super easy to take on the go. I eat them at room temperature, so I actually take stuff to work and normally eat around 1 or 2, and I just set it on the desk. I go see all my patients, and 4 hours later, I come back and I just eat it pretty much at room temperature. And so far, I've never been sick from it. So I think it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we've learned too that if food is prepared properly, it doesn't, the concern of it sitting out is not as dramatic as they make you feel growing up. Like it has been interesting to realize, like, okay, you can sit out on the counter for a few hours and nobody's like, you don't get food as long as it was cooked and your counters are clean or your plates are clean. It's not like the, in a restaurant where they're worried about,
Sure.
So much food going through and built up bacteria. It's, everybody, be clean and safe for sure, but, be hygienic in your kitchen. But for the most part, it's not as dramatic as they used to make me think growing up, that like, if your food sat out for an hour, you were going to get food poisoning suddenly. Just
That's what I have an appendix for.
Cool. And Laura, you said you cook. Do you always cook in cast iron?
No, sometimes I use my air fryer. Last Saturday, I cooked in the air fryer. I've also used I've got those. I think they're it's like a stoneware type thing. Or when I make an arm roast that doesn't have a lot of fat on it in the oven, I'll do it overnight at 250 degrees. I'll throw some of that in there also and seal it and then put it in there overnight. I did that last night, and that's actually what I had today, at 2:00, and it was delicious. But I don't think there's a wrong way to make fat bites.
For sure. All right, G, you look like you're ready back there.
All right, turn my mic on. Can you guys hear me?
Perfect.
Okay, so it's a couple of things I want to show. If you have an Aldi close to you, Aldi and also some Walmarts, but this is a split lamb breast plate. They don't call them ribs like we have with the beef and all of that, because some kind of way, I don't know how the lamb rib is. It just grows in different I don't know. But this is 2, and this is $9.27 for all of this. And normally I smoke it, but this last go round, I baked it in the oven 295 for 3 hours, and then I took it out and seared it at the end. So that's one. Here's another. This is a lamb shoulder chop. And this one says $9.58. But if you look at it, you can get a steak like that. So you got that one. And then my pork. Now, this I thought was quite a bit of fat on it, because normally they just really trim it down. But these are lamb chops. And this particular pack had 4, and I forgot to look at the price. But when I baked these I want to call them breastplate. Breastplates. And this is the tallow from the lamb. And when your fat settles, you'll have this gel at the bottom, and then you'll have the fat solidify at the top. And I take that and I put it in a bowl with my mixer, and I mix it. And right now it looks like mashed potatoes stuck over in here, but I'm going to use this extra fat and this lamb to go over into my skillet. And I really thought I had more lamb chops in this. And I use all of this because I want the fat. It's you need it. So let me turn my little eye on, and I'll show you some other things. This was the last of some tallow. I just put them in little containers and leave them right here. And then this is my ghee, because honey, y'all know I made that for the first time on the show, and you can't tell me nothing. And then this is yeah. And this is the remnants that come off of the ghee at the top, and they don't bother me. So I take that. This is the best steak sauce that you can ever have. You mix this with some ghee and put it over your steak, baby. And then the all-time favorite. Here you go, Brenda. Your girl got another bacon can.
Oh yeah.
It's like this is what you live by. You go right back to how they used to do it. So we're doing that. And over here, I'm drying off because some meats I rinse, especially if I find like the butcher's cuts on. Yeah, that's just too much for me. And so we're doing that. And then I want to show you guys. This is the pink Himalaya salt. If you read the back of this, this one just says pink Himalaya salt, right? Nothing else. But save these containers. You see that? Now let me show you what I do with them. Real salt and Celtic salt. And people want to know what is Celtic salt. We ordered this as well. This is just Celtic salt. This is what Frederick really likes. And so this is his container of it. This container used to be sea salt and it was blue. So this works out perfectly for him. But I'm going to take my real salt, season up my meat on one side. I'm going to turn this on for the smoke. And I also have some smoked sea salt that I'm going to put on the other side. So people always ask, well, how do you cook that? How do you cook that? It's easy, y'all. And I want you to see they're nice and thick.
It looks great.
I got a little tiny one there. And I'll salt this side as well. I'm going to just use a little bit of this because for some reason, this one just seems to be really salty to me. There you go. And then I'm going to use my real salt just because I can. And yeah, this is going to be so good. And wait, didn't Rhonda say do a little dance?
There you go.
It is. And then with these, because I love for the fat to be done, I will line them up. Let me show y'all how I do my little lamb chops. Let's say hard. I put them right on up on their side, even though I could have let that one side cook longer, and I will. So that's pretty much it. We're going to go over to somebody else. I'm going to mute myself out.
All right. Robin, can you just tell what you just did? I saw you.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So I was about a little over halfway done, and I just flipped it over. I take these tongs and pull the tray out. When I open the door, I just take the tray out and sit it right on the top of the door. The nice thing about this air fryer, it's a Power Air Fryer Pro, is that this door slides right off.
Oh, so, that's good.
Yeah, when you need to wash this, you can just throw it right in the dishwasher. So I just take that tray out, sit it right on the door, kind of makes a little bit of a mess. And then I just kind of turn those over a little bit. They're almost ready. But when I'm done with this air fryer tonight, everything that's inside, except the piece of foil that's on my bottom tray, will go in the dishwasher and get washed in the dishwasher.
Nice. I will say, so we had an air fryer like that up until recently with the door that came down, and it was always a mess. So we started having like a rag that was just right by it. We put over the door, and then you can pull it out, set it on the rag, because otherwise it was a mess all the time. And so that helps a
Yeah.
lot. So I love that the
Yeah.
door comes off because
Yeah,
we need,
I didn't realize that it did that. And this is a really awesome air fryer. I really like it. And that door coming off is like everything. It's awesome.
all right, Laura looks like she's ready.
Yep. So that is all the longer it took to cook all of those fat bites. So that is basically about a serving for me that I would do as a side. And then, as I said, I do strain mine and I keep it. So I'm going to pour that out of the cast iron. And then I don't know how many of you use cast iron, but this is so nice that it basically reseasons itself every time you use it. So that's one of the nice things. You don't have to do, 15 times. And that is it. Other than cleaning, of course, which I'm not going to do on the live. But that is just about half a cup of tallow. And like I said, I use that to make my tallow lotion, soap, chapstick. I changed my formulation for the deodorant. It's much better than the first product that I put out. I'm making candles now with tallow and beeswax. So I use a lot of that. And I had so many jars of that I was like, I've got to do something with it.
Find something to do with it. Yep.
Yeah. So, yep. So then I'm just going to salt my bites and I'm going to put the lid on it. And that will be something I'll add to tomorrow's meal that I do. So that is it. Quick.
Yes. Awesome. I'm glad that you're showing off the cast iron pans. I find that there's a lot of unnecessary fear of cast iron, like this idea that passing down that they're hard to maintain and they're always going to stick and they're always going to, it's really not complicated at all. I was surprised once we switched everything over to cast iron that I was like, oh, this is actually really easy compared to what we used to do.
Yeah.
And so it's just a little bit about how learning to use them versus the non-stick, which are a little sus. So
are they sus? But like my has one that he calls his bacon pan. And it used to be 100% non-stick and it looks like it doesn't, you can't see it's peeled off of it. But I went to make him some eggs the other day and I'm like, they stuck horribly. Well, there you go for your non-stick. And I said, probably who knows what other things, maybe some Teflon that you're getting. But even cast iron, I can cook an egg in the cast iron and it'll, so.
Yep, exactly. We have one that's like just our egg pan that's like about that big. And if it's for somebody that wants to just do a couple of eggs, and it's great as long as you keep it seasoned and you clean it up afterwards nicely. It works great.
Absolutely. I agree. I love it. I have so many pieces of cast iron. Most of mine are put away in my prep room in case, the crap ever hits the fan. But I do have two out here that I use because I want something that's versatile that I have some of that old glassware back from the 80s that was the kind of brown glassware. I think Visionware or something. I still have that. And you can do that on the charcoal grill, a gas grill. You can put it on open flame. You can do it everywhere too. So I have a lot of those kinds of things also in my prep. So I'm going to be able to cook something. It may be the next door neighbor's outside kitty cat, but we'll see.
All right, G, did you have anything you wanted to say what you're working on?
Yeah, it's so funny. No, it's finishing up. The little one is actually ready. I'm gonna take that one on out, let it rest. And the same thing with these. I'm just gonna flip them. And when you guys weren't looking, I added some ghee to it because I want all of that fat and I like to wipe the stove down. And I'm actually gonna take those off. I'm gonna sit them there, let them finish. I remove them from the heat. Now, let's talk about the fat in the kitchen. So, when the carnivores started out, they started out outside. And now for us, we're indoors. So, I have a drawer here with foil sheets because just like here on the stove, I put, just put items and everything right there to have I go through a lot of paper towels. Because of the show, I just moved my vent because the smoke was too much over the camera. So I just let it all air out. But you have to clean that vent. We thought that we could probably clean it like once a week. Nope. No longer than 2 days. No longer than 2 days. And so now what we just try and do is spray it down, and I'll run it through the dishwasher. I find that I have to wipe my pots, pans, plates, forks. I wipe them because I don't want all of that grease going down my drain. Now, my routine in the morning is that I get this red tea kettle here. I fill it up with water, put it on the stove, and I pour hot water down my sink every morning. And then after I'll run hot water, I'll put my dishes in it with Dawn dishwashing liquid. I don't wash them. I load them in the dishwasher, and then I allow that Dawn dishwashing liquid and stuff go down the sink. Other things that I've done is put Dawn in my sink. I'll put some baking soda in there, and then I'll put some vinegar and I'll cap it off so it bubbles up and get all of that, because I do not want that buildup. And then I follow that. So I probably do the baking soda maybe every 2 weeks, and I follow that with hot water as well. So, honey, my meat is, and I see, look, Robin, y'all cheat.
Yep. Robin's eating.
Baby, yes, because we've been waiting. Y'all just don't know. And I'm letting mine sit over in this fat. Baby.
So I wanted to share with you guys. I did show this.
This is so good, y'all. Oh my God.
Can you guys see this? This is the Malden flaky salt.
Oh, yeah. We have that.
I had never tried it before till today. It's absolutely delicious. I have this little shaker. I have that blur on in the background. That's why everything is showing up weird. But it has these big holes. So I can shake this out of this big salt shaker. Oh my goodness. So good.
Yeah. So absolutely. We just got that salt about 2 weeks ago for the first time. And at least 4 or 5 of my kids were like, this tastes so much better, which I think is hilarious that my kids have opinions on salt taste, but it shows how much their palates have changed. And so
it has changed.
Yeah. And so they were like, oh my goodness. Okay. And we buy it in like a big tub like this. It's great. And you just sprinkle it on after you cook, and it's so good.
Yeah, people don't realize that how your taste buds change. And a lot of times people say, wait a minute, you're just going to keep eating meat? I cannot wait to eat this meat. It's like, and that's what I was saying in regards to the lion diet. Lamb has a little bit of a wild flavor to it. So that doesn't bother me. That gives me that extra variety. And honestly, after you just I'm finna tell you, I don't care if I turn over in my sleep at midnight. If I want me one of these, I'm gonna come in here and thank you. Look how good that look. I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna do it. And so there you go. Yeah. So Frederick, you could turn off these 2 cameras, and I'm take them down, and I'm coming back that way.
So Deb asked how we feel about ceramic pans, and I have no current. I've had ceramic pans as a kid. I don't remember anything about them. Anyone have any strong opinions about them for cooking?
I think they're great.
Any safety issues? Okay,
they're heavy.
Are heavy.
I mean,
but I do think they're a good choice.
Right? Yeah, they're a good choice. I definitely, I think I would go for the cast iron first, personally. But they're really good conductors of heat. If you're going to do some braising or something like that, they're really, really good for that. So, those are really good. I like them.
Well, I hope. Oh, okay. didn't see any comments or anything. I hope you guys really enjoyed that. Lamb chops are not difficult. Steak bites, everything that we just showed is probably
Easy.
what we had this month on the lion diet.
Yeah.
And so it is it's I can't even see myself doing anything different than what I'm doing now. And I know a lot of you guys talk about the pans, anything with a coating on it. Once a piece it's some. If you're doing this much for meat all the time, then get yourself some good pans. Even if you go with stainless steel, do what
something.
Just not that where it could possibly chip off because and you know what? Just think about it. You might have fixed your eggs in that skillet and then you blaming the eggs, but those particles are inside of you. So I always say that food, is 90%, but we have a lot of stuff, a lot of toxins on the outside as well.
Yes.
Hey, my Apex. This has been I'm glad we did this, ladies. I'm glad we did this.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Rebecca has nothing to eat.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rebecca.
I'm sure there's some steak out there waiting for me. Yep.
I'm sure.
Something's upstairs to do. We could get out of here early. We hope that you got. Wait a minute. Nope, I'm missing something. Let's go around and talk about
challenges.
No, Darth just said he just went to Kroger, $5.99 for brisket slab.
What? Run.
Yes,
I know. So good.
That's most definitely. Well, Darth, you just missed us all cooking.
You have to go back and watch.
I know you have to go back and watch. We had cameras in the kitchen. We're back now.
And I just want to point out, like with the cooking, it's like carnivore does not have to be complicated. So you got to pick what's up for you. I don't like complicated cooking. So if you see like 3 different meals, all took 20 minutes that you guys spent cooking and then you're ready to eat. So it does not have to be complicated. It doesn't, like meal prep in the past used to take way more time for the most part. And I was always looking for one pot meals and slow cooker stuff and casserole stuff because I needed it to be simple with my big family. This is so much more simpler. And you can do carnivore pizzas and make your carnivore breads and all of those things if that's fun for you and it helps you keep steady. But keep it simple if simple, floats your boat. I like this. I'm just like meat, pan, heat, fire, simple. And so I can move on with my day.
I know what Laura's gonna say.
Yeah,
that's all I need.
Meat, eat, repeat. Wait, no, eat, meat, repeat.
Yes.
Eat, repeat.
There you go.
Yes.
It
like
was
to
actually.
cook. Yeah.
Wait a minute. When we had interviewed the carnivore couple, Caitlin is the wife, and that was one of the takeaways that I took. That I was like, oh, that's pretty good, and it came into play this month. Just do it for 24 hours. Make it through your 24 hours. Stop looking at the fact that, the rest of my life. No, the next 24 hours, because you don't know if the rest of your life is there anyway. So the next 24 hours. And that's what got me through this month, is thinking of it like that. What am I going to do for the next 24 hours in regards to my food? And you just start thinking of different things. Ooh, and so, y'all know a steak with some melted butter on top of it. Or you turn around and you decide to make some meatloaf. Now, no, I don't add breadcrumbs and stuff like that, but you most definitely can do some egg yolks if you want. You can do the entire egg in there. You can wrap that joker in bacon. You can make it small meatballs. You can add a little butter on it. I take my tallow. My mouth is starting to water. I take my tallow of what I told you guys. And y'all know I'll get a hamburger and I'll stuff the inside with tallow. But it's seasoned tallow from like something that I've used, and then make that and then go, and you just have all that goodness on the inside, man. Oh,
Sorry, I'm eating.
pig shots. What is pig shots?
I don't know what pig shots are. PJ, you got to give us more information.
I know. I saw that.
Maybe
I was
she's
like,
talking. What is that? Pork belly?
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Cause outside,
I love to cook, you guys. I love to cook. I was at the library over the weekend and I was looking at all the cookbooks that I would have normally checked out, you know, different cuisines and stuff. I love to, it's like a therapeutic for me to be in the kitchen cooking. Now, everything that I'm cooking takes 30 minutes or less these days. So I don't have a lot of time cooking. So those recipes, like the recipes from Anita, Maria Emmerich, you know, the carnivore recipes are awesome. So I like to make recipes. I like to cook. So I like it fast most of the time, but especially on the weekends, I want something that takes longer to cook, and I want to spend time and just put the love into the food, you know?
Yeah.
So,
well, that's where you got to find your balance. Like my husband loves to smoke meat, and that's like an all day labor of love. I am like, that's great. Let me know when it's done. I am not going to sit out here by the smoker for 12 hours and watch that brisket, but I will eat it.
Yep.
So I'm so glad that's your passion, you know.
Well, she says it's the sausage with bacon wrap and cream cheese stuffed inside. That reminds me of your meatloaf.
So good.
Rhonda. I mean,
that
Robin,
sounds really
that reminds me of your meatloaf.
So good. So good.
Yeah. So
yeah.
All right. Well, let's go around, and I don't know who's closing us out. It's probably just going to be Rebecca, because I use pork rinds. I crumble them up as well. And I try. You get the plain ones, and I don't want to add too much. It'll give a flavor, but then I don't want it to be too overwhelming. Where you want to go ahead, Rebecca, close us out. Ask everybody what's going on this week.
Absolutely. All right. So we're going to start with Robin. Tell us what's happening on your channel or in your life this week. And
I don't even know. I am working on the last segment of my February challenge video. So since I stopped my lion diet yesterday, I will stop with yesterday for the February challenge, but I'm continuing to do my shorts and do my exercise, riding the Peloton. I got some cooking video coming up this current week. And I think, Laura, is our interview this weekend?
Our interview is March 9th.
Okay, so I don't know. Oh no, this weekend. I don't have an interview this weekend. That's right. I purposely did not schedule any interviews because it's my daughter's 30th birthday.
Ooh. Hey, happy
my
birthday.
Baby daughter is turning 30, so we're gonna go out and celebrate with her. We're gonna go bowling and have a good time at they have like it's called the Airway Lanes. It has all kinds of stuff like a game center and laser tag. I think there's even an escape room right there. So we'll be doing that on Saturday, but I definitely will take you guys along with me so you'll get a chance to see what we're up to, but no interviews this coming Saturday.
Okay.
All right, Laura, tell us about what you're up to.
Well, today, actually, Adam from Carnivore Today released the interview that we did. And then I am interviewing G on Thursday. Everybody pray that I know what I'm doing. But we're going to get
It's going to be
it.
awesome.
Yeah. And then poor G, if she looks a little weathered, it's my fault. Because Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we worked at getting my website up and running, and it's about 95% there. There's a few bugs that I'm trying to get worked out. It won't take certain links and stuff like that, but it's very close. And so it has all of my products. And then also, like, speaking with the nurse, there's going to be the option to also do that. So yes, my name of my company, of all my products, anybody who's ever bought them, I always put Russell Brands with the Z because I can't be British. And so that is what it's been. A crazy week. And poor G, I thought her hair was going to fall out. She's probably like, Lord, you just pushed the damn button. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. But she got me through 95% of it. And the rest I'm just waiting for the people. It's through Square. And I'm waiting on them to get back because they even looked and they're like, we don't know. We don't know how to finish that last little bit. And they even went in and tried to do it today. So that's basically, I'm going to try to get that finished up. So that's going to be my week. So yeah.
Awesome. And G, I don't know if you can do it, but Robin put her website link in there as well, since you're scrolling. I don't know how easy it is to add hers to that scroll.
Oh,
if not, it's carnivorous, carnivorousgrandma.com.
Oh, okay. That's what. All right, hold on. I just took that down. I will.
Easy
Carnivorous
peasy.
Grandma. Okay, I will. I'll add it. I didn't know if you were ready
It's
for it
up,
to be
y'all.
out.
Hey, it's
Awesome.
out there. It's
Okay.
out there.
Okay.
And you know what? I don't have a lot of time, so it is what it is. But
Right.
yeah, it's out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Well, I'll
All
go
right.
and check it out. I can't speak too much on it. I just know with Laura and I think being on this show, and she makes the tallow lotion, tooth powder,
And the
deodorant, shampoo, all this other stuff. And I'm like,
candles.
let's get that out for the people.
Yes.
And so in actuality, if I'm not mistaken, I think people can go onto her site and order. So if you've been on her page and you've seen a lot of the things and stuff that she's done, don't let that hinder you. Also, she has on there a link where you can book one-on-one time with her. And
Good.
I think that is phenomenal as well. She's over 20 years experience as a nurse. You want to look at your blood work. She looked at mine. I gave her my stuff. I was like, okay, this is what it was. This is where it is. And so I love that and you feel like you kind of know her. On my website, I told you I've been working really, really hard. And I did, mine is done. And you can get to my Amazon store. You can get to her Amazon store as well. A lot of the links to things that we talk about and use for all of us, those links are on there. I'm giving away a free menu, 4-week menu with a booklet. It's digital. So you can go to gbrown.com. That's GIEBROWN. I've been saying that for so long. And if you look across the top, you don't even have to go all the way down on the website. I have tabs going across the top. What is it that you want? There's going to be a questionnaire that you fill out. And then when you do that, the free menu and stuff comes to you. The questionnaire is actually for you, not for me. It is documentation of where you are. And then that way I guarantee that you wrote it down, because you'll have it there. Very good. Yeah, put your site in the thing, Robin. Then that way I'll see it and I'll fix that. So
all right, G, tell us about your week. What do you got coming up?
So I'm
sure you're not busy at all. You're
I did something. Oh yeah, well, I work with Laura these 3 days, but we got a lot going on. I interview with her Thursday, and I really plan to cut up. I really I don't know, it's just something in my spirit man that says that we just gonna have a good time.
We might get kicked off of YouTube.
I know we can't. We
Don't get banned.
I know. Oh God. We are Frederick and I are powering up for just what's coming for the rest of the time. I got a lot going on. I bet you when I get off of here, I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot to say this. I forgot to say this. There you go. Carnivorous Grandma's on there, and I'm gbrown.com. They're my name, GIEBROWN. And if nothing else, I've asked people to go check it out, go look. And if you say, hey, I didn't find this or something, then let us bring it to our attention. You know, we've gone through, but you know, just bring it to our attention. And what about you, Rebecca?
Well, I've got a bunch of things in the works right now. I have an overload. I have this really big project that I'm getting ready to announce and go into. That'll be kind of an ongoing thing. And in the meantime, I have 2 interviews that I need to get put out with Emily Penton and Meaty Bunny, who I think is great. If you guys have not found either of their channels before, they are awesome. And cooking videos. I've just got so many things going. So, but like I said at the beginning of this, I have orphan lambs in my living room and premature baby goats in my basement. So, and I have 8 kids. So I am just we just go at the speed of life on my channel. So
Yeah.
Right. But I can say you're showing that it can be done.
That's right.
So
that's
everybody, we thank
practical.
you for tuning in. Wait a minute. And next week's topic, I don't even remember. Somebody have it. We have it. I didn't even put it
Did
in.
you
on
send
the
it?
thing.
I don't think we have it yet.
Yeah.
Nope. Sure didn't. It is.
We got homework.
Kathy found the recipe, saved it, and yes, it was Indigo's channel. But
Maybe we need to do a
recipe.
carnivore cleaning the kitchen episode. All the tips and tricks for the grease that I don't know about you guys, but I have grease everywhere. I'm like,
look, she just straight put fireworks up behind her. Is that what you did? It just made it do. There we go.
You guys see this is
the baby.
Can you see her shirt?
Oh.
It's got a dinosaur that says meat.
With meat.
All right. Meat.
I like that.
I will end with this. Next week, it will be the first Monday of the month, and it'll be a giveaway. And this time, we're giving away a T-shirt. I'm not.
Awesome.
We did mugs the first couple of months, and the next one is a T-shirt. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'm getting ready to go and look and eat my meat. So until next time, everybody.
Bye.
All hearts and minds.